Hi, Miss Nelson. I want to start off by saying thank you for your post. I like how you made it a little bit personal and how you just put your own spin on things. I do agree with you that with the new age of technology that we have, there are ways that people can easily be reminded of paying these fees. Um, I did see that comment in North Carolina that a lot of people licenses were suspended because of not paying them fees. I feel like if you do have your own practice, you can have an office manager who's responsible making sure that there's no lapse. They're responsible for paying the bills, making sure the lights and all the other stuff. So having an office manager as if you have your own practice would be another technique to use or another tool to use to make sure that you don't have a lapse. I do agree with that the inappropriate relationship between client and counselor should never be crossed. If you do find yourself emotionally attached on a physical level or even just an emotional level, maybe the best thing to do is recommend the client to another individual so it does not impede on your counseling morals and values. I know sometimes it's hard as we in the field of being a helper not to be emotionally invested in our clients because they are sharing their most intimate details with us. In my personal job, I deal with kids. Like I said, I'm a foster care worker, so it's kind of hard not to put my emotions in the situation when I'm dealing with kids that have been abused or sexually assaulted and not feel like I should cry, but I also have to remember to keep my professional hat on. Um, I do like how you refer to the ACA ethical standards for both the relationship between a counselor and a client. How still feel like even after 5 years it's still inappropriate because you've had that intimate relationship with that client. You've expressed and discussed personal things. So I don't even think that even after 5 years you should be in a relationship with your client. I feel like if you had any type of counselor relationship with an individual, there should be no romantic relationship. Um, I also like in your post how you discuss people that you can use like a pastor to talk to so that you won't have impairment. It's very important that you find somebody that you trust to express your feelings or when you're burnt out. One of the things that I read, Lawson and Bernard, he states that mistrust is also a part of impairment. That we don't trust when someone is telling us that you are showing signs of being burnt out or just signs of alcoholism or any type of emotional mental illness or even physical illness. Sometimes we try to push through after your body is telling you to stop or you're having breakdowns. I do believe that taking time out at least once a week or making sure that you leave work at home is also very important, not so that you won't be impaired and you won't get burned out. I know for myself personally it's hard for me to do, just to leave work at home or not take stuff with you. Like Lawson and Bernard says that we're in the type of field that we give and we give, and sometimes we don't have anything poured back into us. So it's very important that the relationships that we have outside of our practice is always healthy. It's always motivation. Um, I even try to make sure that the people that I hang out with outside of my job are not related to my job because sometimes I've noticed that when I've hung out with coworkers, we on a personal level we still talk about our job when we're not at work. So I think having just a hobby that's not related in friends, family, loved ones that's not probably in the same practice as you will definitely make sure that when you go home you are not talking about work or when your days off you're not talking about work. I noticed that I do that a lot. Also, I noticed that I am the type of person that do work through my lunch. So even though it is a policy that we're supposed to take an hour break, it's kind of hard when the human service field is underemployed. We don't have enough bodies to handle all the workload, and even though my job does try to build morale, at the same time they also harping on making status and quotas and meeting your numbers. So it's like a double-edged sword. You tell us to take time out for ourselves and don't be burned out, but then when you do that, then you harp down our throat that we're not meeting our numbers. So I really do think that for some places the office should be closed down, so that way you're made to leave and you're made to go away from your desk and not work through lunch. But I really enjoyed your post. You gave a lot of helpful hints to use for impairment, and I do like your personal twist. Thank you, and have a great day.